Hey y'all, it's Betsy, and I figured today we would do a chit chat get ready with me. I haven't done one of these, well, I think I did one last week, can't remember. But just because I feel like this is a great way to get to know me, plus I have to get ready for other things and it gives me a chance to do my makeup. I think today I'm gonna go a little out of order than what I normally do and start off with my base makeup. Because typically I start with my eyes. We're gonna see how this goes. This could end up tragic. So I bought at Walgreens, when I bought my hair dye, I bought new hair dye. And it looks like it's black on camera, but it is actually not. The color is called Deepest Violet, I think is what it was. And it is a very deep black purple. And while I was there, they had the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. And I'm out of the regular Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I was like, well, this gives me a chance to try it, because especially on base products, I will spend money on it. Now, don't get me wrong, but I do like to buy inexpensive ones as well. You know, if I can get the same results from a inexpensive foundation, why not? And the color I'm using is light medium buff bisque, and I think it's a pretty good shade match, or at least from what I can tell, it's a pretty good shade match. And the one thing I've noticed with darker hair, I did it last night, but it looks so harsh when you're not wearing makeup, or at least it does to me. And you know, I'm particular about what I look like, but you can see, even I really don't have to blend it down my neck because it is such a good color match. And it's a medium coverage because it doesn't cover everything up, but it does cover quite a bit. I'm going to try to layer it up a little because I am dealing with really not skin issues, it's just I like a fuller coverage foundation to cover up like the redness I have on my cheeks and to help cover up the dark circles and stuff I have under my eyes. And if you're wondering why I'm using a sponge instead of my Artis brush works really well with thicker foundations. When you're using a more liquidy foundation like this, it is not the best brush to use. Now, I know some people love to use brushes with liquid foundation, but there are only some types that I do, because with my skin, especially as it's maturing, it can get very streaky very quickly, and I like the way a beauty blender blends foundations, certain foundations. So it all kind of depends on what foundation you're using, or at least for myself in particular, on what's going to work best for me. But I was talking to my husband because there's been a lot of stuff on YouTube over the issues with like DevaCurl ruining people's hair. And when I was doing the Curly Girl method, and I still have DevaCurl products, I decided to use the DevaCurl because so many YouTubers recommended it. Now, do I know if all of them were paying for it or if they were getting PR? I don't. A lot of people get it for free. And then talking with my husband about that and how it kind of perturbed me, because, you know, when you're not paying for a product yourself, you can be a lot more forgiving of it. I've decided that if this second channel gets big enough where people want to send me like makeup and hair care PR, I don't think that I'm going to accept it. You know, because part of the thing is, whenever you're receiving things for free, you're not putting the money out, so you don't judge it as harsh. Now, I know some people can do that, but I don't think that I would be one of those people, especially with makeup, because I'm already pretty forgiving anyways when it comes to makeup stuff, and I know that's my personality. But with that being how I already am, I don't want other people to, me to recommend something that I'm being a lot easier on because I'm not thinking about the cost of it and making it harder for other people, I guess is the best way to say it. So makeup on this channel will always be bought by me. Makeup, hair care, that kind of thing. Because for myself personally, as I said, I can't speak for everybody, but I just think that I'll judge it to a harsher standard if I'm paying for it, which is typically true of me anyway. Like, I am not as nice if a product costs me a lot of money and doesn't perform. But I'm pretty nice in general anyway, so it makes it difficult. Now I'm just setting my face with my Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder. I used up all my Urban Decay Velvetizer. I've actually used up quite a bit of products. I will probably do next Monday because I have a few more that I'm very close to finishing off, like this Hourglass primer. I'm very close to finishing them off, so I'll probably wait till I finish off a few more products and then do another product empties. But I'm very proud of myself. I have went through and used up a lot of different things. But one of the things I've been doing lately, other than eyeshadow, because you know I've been doing my palette ranking videos, I have been concentrating, like I've used this bronzer pretty much for every look, other than when I also added my Benefit bronzer in, which the bronzing stick, I actually used that up. But I wanted to see how long, if I used the product every single day, and how long it actually takes to go through. Which, for me, I don't wear makeup every single day. I typically only wear makeup when I'm filming or if I'm going somewhere where there are pictures going to be taken. See, I love that bronzer though. And this is an inexpensive bronzer. This is the Revolution, Makeup Revolution London Ultra Bronze, and I got this, I had ordered some Makeup Revolution palettes and this was free, like a free gift with purchase. And typically I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, like, I love the Conceal and Define concealer, but I'm not typically the biggest fan of Makeup Revolution. But this is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer that blends very, very easily into the skin. So I like this one. But I've been just trying to actually use that product before I purchase any more. I am probably going to purchase the Pat McGrath concealer because I do really like the Pat McGrath foundation, and that is one of my favorite luxury brands, and I want to test that out. And I'm thinking about getting the Beauty Blender concealer and also repurchasing my Beauty Blender foundation because I've been out of it for a couple of months and I miss it. When you keep thinking about the same product over and over, like you're like, oh, I want to grab that foundation, then that's, in my opinion, how to know if you actually really like something. You know, there are products that it's like I have to kind of force myself to use because they're not my favorite, but not with my Beauty Blender foundation. Just highlighting, I'm using the Narcissist Wanted 1 palette, which I think the color that I'm using is Kingpin, and then the blush I used was Buzzed. I think that's the way that it goes. It's very difficult to tell because they're upside down, so I'm not sure which one is which. But it's a nice glowy highlight. And I think Friday I'll do like a Valentine's get ready with me. Me and my husband are going to go out on a date. We're gonna go get sushi. I love sushi. But yeah, I don't think I'm even gonna prime my eyes today. I think the foundation and powder set down pretty well where I'm okay without priming my eyes. Like, I feel like it'll get cakey if I do. And I have the ColourPop Just My Luck palette. As you can see, I'm wearing my dinosaur shirt. and I figured the green would look good. And one of the things I've been doing a lot lately is just taking one color, which I'm going to use the shade Kiss My House, which is like a good sagey green, and using that kind of all over everywhere, and then maybe spreading a shimmer on the lid and just using one color. You don't have to make an intricate eye look every time you do eyeshadow. That's one thing I've been working on too. You know, like I don't always want to use 10 colors of eyeshadow, you know. A couple is good. And you can still get a pretty look with it. I think I'm gonna go into the shade Big Banks right here. I haven't used this shimmer yet. Oh, that's pretty. Over my lid. But see, I mean, I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but it's a green eye look, but it's not so dramatic or unwearable because I'm just fluffing a more neutrally shade, because that Kiss My House is a good neutral green. More of a sagey, almost something that is a little bit more of a neutrally shade of green, and then just throwing the shimmer on my lid. And now we'll just blend those two together. Taking a little brush and gonna use that same Kiss My House shade, and we're gonna fluff that under. And greens are one of my favorite colors to use. Now, typically I don't go for like these grassy greens like I'm wearing on my eyes today. Typically, if I'm going to go for a green, I'm gonna go for more of an olive-y tone. But I do love a good green eyeshadow. And it's funny because I don't wear the grassy greens as much, but I have two palettes that are mainly like the grassy greens. I have the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions, and I have the ColourPop Just My Luck palette. Makes sense, doesn't it? And I think for the inner corner, we're gonna go in for that more neon-y Mary Jane shade right here. I actually left the sticker over the mirror on this, because then that way if I accidentally show the mirror to the camera, it doesn't reflect back so crazy and mess with like the color settings. See how pretty that looks? So simple. I mean, this is just about as simple of a look as you can get. I think I'm gonna use my Marc Jacobs pencil. This is the shade Roe or Cocoa, which is like a good bronzy. Just add a little bit to my waterline, just on the lower. That's so hard to talk through whenever you're putting on stuff to your lower waterline. Or at least it is for me. But you know, makeup can be fun. It's like I was telling my father-in-law, like when I dyed my hair. You know, Jeremy chose this color. I've done a lot of crazy colors in my life. I've never went with purple. And like even here, you can kind of see a little bit of a purple tint to it. Now I'm sure it'll fade some and you'll be able to see it more, especially since I went over blonde on the bottom because I had bleached my hair last year. So I'm sure it'll look lighter in the next few days after washing it, because I cannot not wash my hair daily, which when you have color treated hair is not good because then it fades faster. But you know, you can always re-dye your hair. I just can't stand for my hair to feel dirty. But there we go. Just a slight brow thing. But I pulled my hair back out of my face so that way when I'm doing my makeup, it makes it a little bit easier. Let's set everything down with some brow gel, which I feel like I almost need to use a darker pencil because my hair is so dark right now. So before I do lips and mascara, I tend to like to set all the powder products down first. MAC Fix Plus. This bottle is getting lower. This is the matte finish one, which sometimes I have oilier skin and I'm using a dewy foundation, so using the matte finish kind of helps. So we're gonna go ahead and do lips and mascara and then we are done. But I mean, tell me your opinion. Do you think that people who get PR, that they're a little bit easier on those products than the products that they pay for, or no, or why? But again, what my stuff is I know how I am, you know, and if you're feeling like it's a gift, which is probably how I would take it, then you're not going to judge it as harshly. But I mean, there are people that are just truly nice and don't want to drag a brand. And I know for myself personally too, whenever it comes to like independently owned beauty brands and smaller businesses, I am one to be that's a whole lot more forgiving when it comes to that kind of thing. I got a little bit of mascara on my eye. I do that all the time, and that's a part of the problem when you're trying to talk and do makeup. But see, I can do eyes first. I think I'm going to use my NARS Get It On. This is a very cool toned nude. It very much blends in with my skin tone. But the NARS, their Power Lip Pigments, you see that point on that brush? Makes it so easy to line your lips without using a lip liner. But anyways, let me know down below what you think of that. Because I was talking to my husband about it, because I was like, you know, if there's something I want to purchase that's makeup wise, I'm gonna purchase it. I don't need to get it for free to be able to afford makeup. And this is my hobby. I enjoy makeup, and I don't want it to come across that, you know, I just want to keep getting free product, I guess is best. Yeah, you can see a little bit more now that my hair is down, the purple in it, which I did flat iron it today, which it's already starting to frizz up on me because it is raining outside. Southeast Texas, it's like 75 degrees and rainy. You know, last week we had 30-degree weather and it was freezing, you know. Day to day it changes. But I guess that's it. So we shall see y'all on Wednesday for another keto update. I've been doing really good, so hopefully we'll see some great progress. But I guess that's it. Check me out on all my social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. I'll see y'all later. Bye.